I'm Alex Lukas. I've been doing a residency at the Bemis from September 4th to November 25th, 2013. A lot of my practice revolves around landscape drawings. So I was excited to come here with the idea of doing some semi-sculptural works. So when I first came, I started casting concrete with the idea that I would make these paintings on the concrete that would act as props in a series of photographs that I knew I wanted to do, to install these pieces of concrete outdoors and start to figure out how these real-world imagery that is inspiration for my drawings, I could start to manufacture those landscapes. And I don't know how successful any of the sculptures were, but it was a lot of fun. It was an idea that I had been sitting on for maybe a year or so, knowing it was something I wanted to do. I wasn't positive I was going to do it here, but then seeing the space over at the Okada and having Luke as a resource of somebody to help and with the knowledge of casting concrete, I decided this would be the good time to try it out. And having that amount of support was really important to me, because these things that weren't things I could have done on my own in a tiny little studio. There was the question at Bemis Talks as to whether I thought my work was American. And I thought about that a lot, and some of us talked about it afterwards. And I think these images of a destroyed landscape, of kind of a decimated scene with crumbling concrete walls and plants growing over them, covered in graffiti. I didn't know how to respond to the question of whether these were American images or not. To me, my inspiration comes from images of America, from traveling, from photographing different things, from getting little bits of inspiration from around the country. And it was exciting to hear people say, oh, yes, they do look American, because that tradition of American landscape painting from the Hudson Valley School through, Ed Ruscha's work is really a tradition that I'm interested in engaging in, as well as these kind of Hollywood movies of end times, of everything before the zombies show up, of somebody walking through a deserted city, that peacefulness coupled with a sense of anxiety and knowing that something has gone terribly wrong in this American scene. That's something I'm really interested always in exploring. I always get inspiration from just traveling to new places, from seeing little, things written underneath bridges and crumbling structures has been great. And, the Missouri River, there's so much history there. There's so much history of traveling along it. Being able to kind of experience walking from the levee through the woods on these paths to fishing holes on the Missouri River has been really exciting. And I don't know if that's definitely affecting my work yet, but it's been inspirational.